That's the bedrock, and you've got like a little. Yeah, they're buttresses. Why? I mean, like we have a lot of mainstream explanations for something like this, but to be honest, I don't see how you can remove that rock. You've got the machining marks, possibly done with a hammered hand chisel because of they're not as consistent as like say Japan or whatever. But I don't want to walk through there because I'm going to lose the stream. But you can literally go under. There's a doorway under there. So I'm kind of thinking maybe they created like a house in here. Somebody planted what looks like a guava tree, and it does have fruit on it. I'm getting hungry. But this is something that you've never seen before. And time to comment. Give me a comment 1 if the stream's okay. Give me a comment 2 if the stream sucks. And please give me a thumbs up so the YouTube algorithm activates. He's going to do his drone. We got a dust storm now. I lost my viewer, so don't get too close to those walls. You're going to crash it. Let's see here. There's a cut. Like they went into the bedrock to make this. It's very clear. And then if you go to the other side here, I don't want to go in or I'm going to lose the stream. I'm going to give it a try though. Let's see how deep we can get. But the stream, so you have to imagine going and the live stream can hold up. But in the middle here, I'm not going in there because the live stream won't last. In the middle there, you see what I think was like a little, it matches what's down there. So it could have been a tunnel, but do you see the marks? They didn't continue to go through on this one. I think it looks like one of those little altars and a little shelf benched. So it's a double shelf. And you can see the chisel marks in there. Over here, see, I should be paying attention to the screen. I need to walk back here, but if I do, I'm going to fall. Also, we've got ourselves the mountaintop up there. It's got definitely some either layers or terracing going on, top, down, and then one more buried by dirt, and then we can't see the rest. We're running a drone so we can get a top view of this, but I mean, are you going to do that? Are you going to carve that out? Thank you so much for the thumbs up. That really helps. Please give me a thumbs up and share this with your friends. Share it on Twitter. This live stream, we're going to keep it going. So we don't have all day, though. I got to get out of here. However, as you can see, it's like I don't have words to describe what I'm looking at. Why don't you chat below if you think you know what this was? Give me an idea because I don't have any chats yet. Give me a 1 if the stream is working. Chat a 2 if I've got some lag or anything. But this thing is definitely one heck of a project, and I don't have any explanation for it, to be honest. You can see the layers of strata in there. This is not like they just took it right out of the mountain here. Where did the content go? Oh, that's another question. Out though. And yeah, that seems like it's going. You know what I think is happening there? That cutback is going up the hill or something. They've created some type of a little chamber that gathers either water or something else. Honestly, can't really explain what I'm looking at here. I have no idea. Okay, I'm going to try to make sure we get the whole thing in the shot. Get the top and the bottom. Thank you for the second thumbs up. Again, there's a little doorway right there. You can get into the next chamber. Let's kind of get I don't want to walk too much because I have 2 bars right now. He's doing a drone, if you're wondering. So we've got basically megalithic quarrying going on, or megalithic rock practice going on, where they're literally taking a big old chunk that's maybe 11 feet wide right there in the front, and in the back it looks like it's a good 8 foot wide. Where'd you? Oh, he's way up there. And then this one looks like it's actually pretty. I mean, it's a little inferior when it comes to the angles in the back. So they didn't necessarily make it to look like art. And I see the older stuff does tend to look like this. Now down the hill, if it doesn't last, there was another hole that we came across that goes into the cave, and we shined a flashlight down there and it bends. And so it's either, if they were modern day, like a mining cave, why didn't they plug it up? It's unplugged. I'll show you that if I have a chance in this stream later on. But right now, I want to I can't wait to see your drone footage, because you can see where it bends behind there. It's a good 2 foot wide. It starts like right where that strata layer starts. And why is it like this on this side? That's an interesting question. Why is this side not matching that? And then it goes back, and you can see the top of it going back. I wonder if it just goes up the mountain or something, maybe to gather water, or maybe, but we were over there. It doesn't look like that, to be honest. Yeah. The petrification, because Petra, they carved into the mountainside those treasuries. The treasury was redone at a later date. I don't know if you knew that, in Petra. So it's a lot nicer than a lot of the other stuff that's more weathered and older. So we know Petra's a lot older. Petra was probably the original Mecca, from what I've understood. And now we have somebody taking this big old chunk. We're talking about hundreds and thousands of tons out of the mountainside. And you can see that hard bedrock right there. I'm gonna go in just to see, but it's probably gonna cut the stream. So you're not gonna have much. Just thinking that I'm doing pretty well here. Yeah. Okay, so I came back out. I'm losing, but before you go, please comment below and tell me what do you think that was? Thanks again for your thumbs up. And we've got ourselves a guava tree. I wonder if it was planted there by somebody. Maybe one planted there, one planted there, and one planted there. So there's a fruit tree in each one of these. Hi there. No focus. What does that say? I hate how fast the adventures. Okay. Oh, the drone is up. You said no focus at all. What? I can't read that word. Polluted? No focus. Okay, well, it's focused on my screen. Not sure what that means. And we're going to go for a walk, right?
We have a choice. We can walk to a massive earthen dam.
I think we probably just do that one.
Back down the hill and maybe have a peek at that other structure.
Yeah.
And the caves.
Yeah. By the way, we just passed the structure. Oh, I started down there, right? Wait, that wasn't live stream, so we want to go to that other structure. Yeah, for sure. Oh, pixelated. Okay, thank you. And the reason why is because I'm in a gorge here. I think, you know what I'll do? I'm going to start walking back down to that.
Just a second. Talk about that step pyramid behind you.
Yeah, I did once, and I'm going to show it again. There's a gentleman who did a lot of research, and he came up to the fact that looks like it's been faceted off or created going up with steps, meaning layers, or maybe it was going down. I want to go back down and get on the live stream this other thing. It looks like they plugged up a modern day hole of some sort. Oh, I'm getting mosquitoes are biting me. With this little, what I called the altar in here, it kind of matches a little bit. I mean, I don't know why anything or anybody would have done this for modern day purposes, but this altar that's in the middle one right here, maybe somebody thought they could. I mean, those chisel marks are the same as those chisel marks. And they're very extreme when they didn't get weathered. These chisel marks have been weathered out here because they're exposed. But when you go in there, that door I walked through, right in there. Okay, now it's pixelated. When you go in there, you can see those machine marks or the chiseling marks. Very, like, who's going to chisel that? Well, I mean, maybe the Chinese in the 1800s, right? They built this? I don't think so. And I don't see how there could have been like a roof on top of this either. I'm all dirty right now because I've been crawling up against stuff and touching stuff, scraping up. My pants are filthy. Whoops. Thank you for those comments. Adventurous. Does that say drama? Drone? I can't read that. Even in the shade, I can't read that. Oh, here's a new chat. Can't see through the pixels. So I'm all pixelated in here. Sorry, guys. I'll tell you what. I did get some other... Let me just start doing it again. I've got this GoPro here. So I can show you what I'm showing you later if it really is pixelated. I have a feeling that it processes clear. So let's hope it does. I don't do live streams much anymore because of all the changes Google has done.
I don't know how the picture is that you're seeing, but I want to point out that there is one type of material that comes down from the top of this slope behind that back cut channel, and then it abruptly changes with a straight line to a different kind of material, and that line seems to come around the front of the buttress, return inside, carry along, return on the outside, inside, and then off to the right hand side. That line seems to be continual, lending to the geopolymer usage. Geopolymer is a strange word. It can literally mean anything that's assembled with small pieces. Anything.
And later on, he's going to be putting that drone footage on his channel. So be sure to subscribe to I_M_Kairos, youtube.com/IamKairos. And I've done some collabs with him before, so you can find some material we did. We went over to San Francisco.
That's correct. Palace of Fine Arts and Fort Point Explorer.
Fort Point. Yeah, and I didn't post a lot of that, but the reason why is because it's going to go on the Patreon. What? Who said that? Patreon? I mean, look, guys, it's definitely... Uh-oh, be careful. Yeah, I want to see what's up there, too, but you got to be careful, man. Definitely don't want to get you live streamed. Yeah.
I've been up here on the top before, but I don't usually run up with my gear.
Yeah, the gear. You got the gear. $2,000 worth of gear. And
pretty high up in this channel, and we see the obvious lichen and the various layers. It's having the appearance of mortar. There's a very unusual tree here. You see this guava tree?
Yeah, I think it's a strawberry guava. I bet you if you pop those open, they'd be pink. I don't know if we can... Oh, it's very hard. You know what? That's very hard.
Is it a pear?
No, it's not a pear. It could. I still think it's a guava, but maybe not ripe. And I believe somebody planted one in each one, and this third one died.
Well, I'm going to go back through this tunnel and show the condition of the road. So
Let's get him walking through. Say, if I go in there, the stream's gonna freeze up.
I come out the other side.
Yeah. And right, the doorway he's about to come out, look behind on the wall at those chisel marks, how deep they are. Somebody really hammered the heck out of it. I mean, I think it looks hand done with those chisel marks, but not. I'm live again. Thank you for sticking with me. I'm not gonna, if it suddenly stops streaming, I'm not going anywhere, so stick with right back. I lost 4 people just now. Happened. Wow.
That are joining, this is a very remote location, and we've been hiking for over an hour, and we're not sure what they may have been excavating here, but the bigger question is how far, how deep, and how high is this structure if it is indeed a buried or cataclysmed prehistory build. We don't know these answers. We've been in some tunnels. We're seeing evidence of
I'm zoomed in.
step pyramids.
Oh, now I'm getting a bunch of chats. Benjamin Dreyer says, I'd love to stay, but it's scrambling my brains. Is that the pixelation everybody keeps talking about? Why am I zoomed in still? I thought I zoomed out.
We're on the worst possible signal.
Yeah. Oh, look, there we go. Finally. It was zoomed in for some reason. I don't know how that happened. Okay, is it scrambling your brains because it's a bad stream, or is it scrambling your brains because the idea of these 3 chunks taken out of the mountain here in California? And by the way, it's what is it? Something park? A stream?
Skyline Park.
Skyline Park.
Skyline.
Napa. Well, we'll see how this worked out. I'm going to end this stream pretty soon anyways, but I did want to maybe go down there. So there's this one thing down there that's very similar. It's a tunnel going straight into the mountain and kind of curving and disappearing. And, you know, there's a mine on the other side. I got this bug bugging me too. But there's a very weird thing about that tunnel, and it's in a crevice that gathers water, and I'm wondering if it was done to gather water. All right. How far down was it? Oh, no, it's before the tunnel is that other structure.
Structure, then tunnel. And then
Yeah. How far is that down? Okay, I'm going to walk down to that, and then I'll come back.
I'm going to catch up with you.
Okay. Okay, so let's get this other structure, that very interesting wall. If you saw the previous stream today, the wall is going all over this gorge here. We don't have those in here. We walked about a half hour at least inside this gorge. And what I'm taking you to is this other weird structure. It looks like some modern day work on top of it to cap something off, like a literal sheet of steel that's an inch thick, and then a concrete pad that's a foot thick. Weird stuff, and then stuff going into the mountain, and stuff going into, like they were like trying to do something in there. You can see a little. All right, I'm live, but not very good. And this has little, what I thought were like altars in the back as well, but it seems like for some, okay, there's some mystery about this, and one of the things is that it could be a crematorium of some sort. I won't get too much into the details, but we've got 2 wall carved altar things in the back. That's kind of a little hexagon, but there's some modern day stuff in there too, like that smokestack up at the top there. Maybe there was a smokestack over this one that got knocked down, but over here we've got, I don't know if I'm going to be able to go in there. First, this older looking wall on the side here. So I think this wall represents the original work, including the steps. That looks like it's all the same. But then you get in here and you've got like this, something that looks a little modern. I'll be right back. I'll just back out of here. I don't know what was on. I lost you again. Thank you for sticking with me. I lost you again. Thank you for sticking with me. I'm not. They're telling me process is. If not, I'm going to have to upload from my GoPro, and we'll go from there. But yeah, guys, that's all my viewers. So y'all have a good day. I'm going to upload some stuff later. If this thing lasts a little bit longer, we'll see that mine shaft. But it's really, and it's quite an interesting mine shaft, half full of sediment. Definitely collecting water from the mountain somehow. I want to show that. Otherwise, I'll be uploading it later. I'm exhausted, been walking a while, and I think I got more exercise today than I've had in several months. My last trip to Montana, I got a little hiking, as you saw live streamed. I am exhausted. I've had a chat. I am exhausted. I've had a chat. Reminds me of the good old QuickTime. What? QuickTime, does that ring a bell?
We're running in 220p.
Yeah. Well, let's hope it clears up. I've had. Oh, what's that amount? What is that up there? Looks like a little.
So there's some sort of looks like a constructed mass. This looks like it may have been constructed. Up on top of this hill is what's called. Looks like it may have been constructed. Up on top of this hill is what's called the Skyline Trail. The Skyline Trail. It's the one on the top of the ridge. And this is the one that overlooks the large mountain in the shape of a star fort.
We're gonna have to do that another day because I probably am done walking today, and I might even crash out. Luckily, I have a change of underwear. Yeah, you know. He likes to. I'm just surprised every time it kicks off, it comes back on, and I wanted to catch this mine shaft on here before we were done, but we're almost done. Look at people have horses. They come up here in horses, but this road was made with a bulldozer. What year?
I don't know, maybe the mid-70s.
In the 70s. So if that road 70s, I mean, there must have been a path there. I don't think that thing we just saw was done in the 70s.
Just the road.
Yeah, just the road. But it's next to the road.
This was originally asylum property, and County of Napa or some privateers purchased this land, and it is now a public hiking park and mountain bike park. It's very well maintained, very easy access.
LOL. What's the LOL for? Explain yourself. I get triggered by LOL. That's troll talk. No, because it's still pixelated, I think the LOL means. But we'll see. We'll see. We have nothing to lose here.
You gotta try.
And at this point, you know, I always promise to go in and re-edit the videos and get rid of all the bad spots, but then I never do because I don't make any money on my channel. You guys start paying me on my Patreon, I'm going to give you some good stuff. I have a terabyte of stuff from Morocco, Mauritania, Spain, the Rock of Gibraltar, the Pillars of Hercules, Montana, Sage Wall, the Devil's Slide, and then today. I think that mine's right here, isn't it?
Close.
We're almost there. Yeah, because the other way, going the other way, I see it. So you're about to reap the reward for sticking with me. Here comes the cyclist. Hello. Okay, so now we are still live, and I'm going to turn left and show you. And going in there is probably not an option. I'm going to look at it from out here. But here it is, right there. And so you have a hole there. So immediately you might say that's a mine shaft. Let me ask you this. Why didn't the park block it off? Is it because the water comes down this crevice and then goes down into it? You can see here they even put some water control modern day under this road that they bulldozed over. So it was screaming before. So this is modern day. It goes underneath here. So obviously there's an issue with water, but okay, now here we're going to go inside. May I?
Yeah.
And let's see if we keep our stream. But the one thing you notice is it's carved right out of the bedrock. I wonder how pixelated it is now. Yeah. I mean, this is carved out of the bedrock. We're doing well. Oh no, we're good. Okay, so if you shine a light in there, and I'm not getting any closer, but you can kind of see it does turn that way once you're inside it. Now it's filled with sediment, so in my opinion, that could have been as tall as a human before. But once you get in there, yeah, let me see. Yeah, okay, back over whether I like. But yeah, who carved this out and why? I mean, you can. It's modern day if you want. But what's the reason that we do something like this? Like it's makes mine. I don't know, guys. What do you think? I'm going to come over here. I can look at your chats and say goodbye. I've got a dead battery. That last stream I did today was an hour long. Pixelated again? Is that what you're telling me? Pixelated again? Very pixelated. Okay. Well, all I can do is try. I got this on my GoPro, so we'll get those up on my channel later on, or maybe the Patreon. I'm going to start doing more Patreon. I need more subscribers on my Patreon. Talking about CPAC, C-P-A-K, That's CPAC 24. I saw Robert Schock. We met. We've and I told him about I told him I went to the 3 times. What does that say? Good what? Okay, let me try to read that. Video is unwatchable. Good effort, though, you gentlemen. But with that in mind, we're done. And I was going to talk about CPAC a little bit and let you know Robert Schock says there is a void under the paw of the Sphinx, the left paw. He showed us his scans. He's a mainstream geologist, right? So let me turn this around so you can see my eyes. He's a mainstream geologist. So why would Robert Schock tell you that there is a secret chamber under the paw of the Sphinx unless he really believed it? It's not just going to a grift, and he doesn't give other information. I asked him about, if you've seen my video, if the Sphinx head is disconnected. And he said, absolutely not. So forget that idea unless you don't trust him. And then, of course, the other people, check out my Twitter. I put up an image from Graham Hancock's new season. And I said in the comments below, does this mean that circle is the black hole at the center of the galaxy? Not the solar system, but the galaxy. Because when Graham Hancock put that up, you can see the Milky Way behind the stars that are portrayed in that. And come up, it's my Twitter, STIGEMUP. You can see the, what do you call it? So tired. You can see the Milky Way behind it, and right where the circle is the center of the galaxy. So maybe that's what we've seen, and maybe that's what they were teaching at Göbekli Tepe. I saw Ben from Uncharted X and his wife, and I also saw a few others. But thank you so much for the comments and sticking with it, and I am kind of done. Y'all have a good day, and let's hope this process is a little nicer. If it doesn't, then I'll replace it with some uploaded video. Oh, hey, another chat. What does that say? When you stand in the mouth, I'm worried I won't see this later on, so I got to see this. Just see much. Sorry. I'm too tired, man. Let's talk again soon. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Bye-bye.